Festival season is upon us, folks. I know Lost Lands tickets went on sale yesterday and so many people got their tickets. I can't believe we're already like halfway through January and the main festival season kicks off in March. So that also means it is Rave starter kit season or Festi kit season. March will actually be our 3-year anniversary of our business and how long we've been selling these Rave starter kits, but they have just improved and gotten so much better over time. This is one of the last ones I have remaining from the kits that we did last year, and I kind of want to go over the things in here and get your guys' opinions. Raving has become so much more popular and we have so many newcomers coming into our scene, and so that's why I created this business, is that you don't have to think about all the things you could possibly want or need. It's just all ready to go in one kit that's customized and tailored to you and your favorite colors and your preferences and favorite artists. If you're just seeing me for the first time, hi, hello. I'm going to show you kind of everything that's included in this kit, but if you are not new here and you've been keeping up with me the last few years, your opinion matters to me so much right now. For all my seasoned OG ravers, I would love to get your guys' opinions and feedback about how we can make these kits even better this year. We haven't had any available for sale the last few months because I've been taking some time to kind of reintegrate and figure out how I want to improve and make things better. So I'll talk about my own suggestions and ideas I'm already having more towards the end of the video, but for now, I just want to show you guys everything that's already traditionally included in a kit and kind of start to gauge my thoughts of what I'm thinking about excluding or new things we're thinking about including. And I would just love if the comment section could kind of be your guys' feedback, thoughts, opinions, things that you think are most important to have at your first ever festival versus a rave. Now, I do understand that every festival is a rave, but not every rave is a festival. So the things that you need for a multi-day festival or a camping day festival are very much going to be different from like a single night, one night rave. But a lot of these things have crossovers and can be used basically at any live event. I mean, I have people that aren't even ravers that just go to like festivals or concerts that are non-EDM, and a lot of these things are still incredibly useful. So let's dive right in, okay? The first main item included in every kit is going to be one of these fans. They are called clack fans for some reason, even though clacking them is like the worst thing you could possibly do with them. Clap cheeks, not fans, folks. But all of the fans feature my own original artwork. Actually, if you see, that's the original painting hanging on my wall of this Coming Out of the Dark design. Last year, we had 6 different designs to choose from, so we are going to be bringing some of my new paintings you guys have never seen and putting the designs on the fans. So you get to choose your fan design. A fan is the first most important thing. It just helps you stay cool in the crowd when you're in a really dense, crowd and you are literally dying. Sometimes a hand fan can be the make or break difference to help you keep going and give you that extra breath of life. I'm not even kidding you. It's a great way of making friends as well too, to fan the people around you. Great way of showing and spreading plur, because sometimes a lot of people forget their fan. So sometimes you being the person with the fan, you may be the only person with the fan within the whole circle vicinity of you, and now you are the wind god and everyone is blessing you with trinkets because you're helping them stay cool and also not die. It's also a great little totem when you're the leader of your group and you're trying to help everyone find their way in or out of a crowd, for example. It's a great indicator for people that someone's trying to walk through the crowd, basically. So fans are just so multi-purpose. Yes, you can get the electronic fans, like the little automatic ones, but those die. You might have to recharge them. This takes a little bit of hand power, but just find someone who's strong and got muscles and ask them to fan you for a second too. Okay, maybe I don't need to explain what every single item is for, but maybe I do. I don't know. So the next big main item is going to be a pashmina. This one is still in its plastic, so we're not going to unwrap it right now, but let me show you. Of course, I literally have a pashmina sitting on my chair. I own like 30 of these. They're my favorite accessory because they're so mix and match to go with like pretty much any outfit, and they're incredibly multi-purpose. Some of them are thinner than others, some are thicker than others, so depending how much warmth I need, I'll pick a thicker pashmina. But it's basically just a scarf, and we like to wear them over our heads for not just accessories, but it actually helps when you're like overstimulated, for blocking your peripherals as well too. There's a lot of lights and there's a lot of things going on, and sometimes this can also be your little saving grace from the overstimulation and make or break difference. It's a cute, fun accessory, helps you stay warm, keeps also the sun off your shoulders. If you need just like a light one to keep the sun off you, that's great. You can dip it in your cooler of ice water, and then you can wring it out and have like nice coldness on you if you don't have a cooling towel or something. You can also use it to like set on the ground when you need somewhere to sit. Very multi-purpose, will not go to a rave or festival without one of these. So they are included in every kit. They're kind of a non-negotiable for me. I feel like you can never have enough pashminas personally. Okay, and then the next main item that we've always included has been our diffraction glasses. We'll insert a little clip and video here of what it kind of looks like when you have these glasses on. It really is just kind of like a visually stimulating experience. As someone like myself who primarily likes to rave sober, I do appreciate a little bit of extra stimulation sometimes, especially if other people around me are on substances. It just kind of helps me go into my own world a little bit. We do have 3 different effects. We have stars, we have hearts, and then we have the starburst, which kind of just like triples everything, which is really cool. Now, these are one of the items that I would primarily consider not mandatory. Like, if you don't have this at a rave or festival, you're gonna be fine. But it does elevate and make the experience better, which is why we've always included them in our kits, but we're thinking about offering a kit size that doesn't have the glasses, because I don't feel like they're like necessary. They're kind of one of the bells and whistles. But they are one of the items that we're going to start to sell a la carte. We are going to actually have an entire a la carte menu. Everything that's been included in our kits will be available to be purchased individually and separately moving forward in the new year as well. So you can kind of like build your own kit and just get a couple things if you don't need the whole thing. Okay, so the next items included in the kit are going to be liquid IV and boom boom sticks. There's usually 2 boom boom sticks and 3 liquid IV packets. I do feel like the liquid IV is pretty essential, but the boom boom stick, kind of non-essential. I don't know. That might be a hot take. I don't know. I do really love and enjoy them, even as someone who does not partake in substances, for stuffy, smelly crowds, someone who has allergies. It just helps you breathe a little clearer, genuinely. And it's just refreshing. I don't know how to explain it. I do enjoy the boom boom sticks, but I don't feel like it's necessary. So another item we'd probably include a la carte, and if we did like a smaller base model kit, it wouldn't have the boom boom sticks included in it, but we'll always still include the liquid IV, I think. I just get it at Costco, and I get them in big bundles so that I can get different flavors and constantly have different ones for you guys and keep them fresh. I don't know, maybe there's a better alternative or better something, but I do feel like electrolytes, with how much dancing is being done, is always going to still be included in our kits. Okay, now the last 2 categories is going to be accessories, and then it's going to be like the trinket and tradables. So for the accessories, we traditionally include 2 sets of face gems, a thing of body glitter gel, and then we do 5 sets of pasties. I only have 1 right now because I don't have any more pasties left. But now I do feel like the glitter is always going to be mandatory in my opinion. It's such a good formula as well too. This is a small business that we've been working with, and I'm obsessed with this formula. It's my favorite body glitter gel. But face gems, I do feel like are kind of dying out. Can you guys validate that for me or not? I feel like not as many people are wearing and are as into the face gems anymore. And I've been thinking about excluding them from the kits or finding like a replacement, like freckles or something. And I do feel like the pasties are still always going to be necessary, just those like 5 simple pairs to have on hand. I do feel like it's necessary for the rave girlies. You never know what fit you're going to put on, and suddenly you're like, oh no, and you need a little bit of coverage. So, and they do come in a set. Don't worry, it's not a single. There's 2 in this pack. So, but I do think we're thinking about removing the face gems. I don't know. I would love to get your guys' opinion about that, but I think these will still always be included. Now, if you're a little more masculine leaning or don't have a need for these products, I'm sure you're wondering, okay, well, that in and of itself is kind of a reason for me to not buy the kit. Well, we actually make these optional. This is something that we have a little tick box because everything's customizable in the kit. They're usually able to kind of just say, I'd like substitution for these items. And then we've been figuring out what that substitution is. It's actually been fluctuating throughout the year. Sometimes we would just do other products in compensation, like the tradable items. For a little while, we had some of these cuffs, and we would just swap out like this whole bundle for like a cuff, basically, for them to have an extra like larger item tradable accessory. I do think this year I'm really going to try to prioritize getting bandanas as the substitution option. What do you guys think of that? Matching bandanas that match the fan design. So whatever fan design you got, if you chose a substitution, you get a matching bandana for it. Let me know. Thoughts, comments, concerns. Okay, we're going to move on from accessories, and now let's talk about my favorite category, the tradables. Sprout clips. Sprout clips are obviously like the #1 most popular tradable that have taken over the community this last year. If you're not familiar with sprouts, they're literally just like little clips, and we'll just clip them onto each other, especially if like a guy's wearing hats. People get decked out in sprouts, okay? Sprouts are one of my favorite little trinkets, but I will say these mass-produced sprouts, been around for a while, starting to get old, especially when we have incredible small businesses out there making handmade sprouts like this of your favorite artists. That was Tatey, Daily Bread, and then we have Mersive in here as well too. Come on now, tell me that these aren't so much better. So you have that to look forward to. I think we're going to replace those sprouts with these kinds of sprouts moving forward. And yes, these will be available for individual purchase on the site as well too, in collaboration with our small business partners. The next obvious tradable is candy singles and perlers. I only have 1 right now, but usually we include 2 perlers and 8 candy singles in our kit, all handmade by other small business owners to get you started on your candy making, plur trading journey. I do think we're thinking about reducing the amount of singles and trying to emphasize making your own candy more, maybe by including like a base head beads candy making kit. Thoughts, comments, concerns? And then the last 2 tradables are kind of like our little ode to having some artist merch kind of items in here. These are almost like collectible, tradable items because they have all your favorite artists like logos and stuff on them. These are all stickers. And then in here, these are Festi cards, which are like little tradable Pokemon cards of all your favorite DJs, producers, and artists. And we've been using these for like the last few years. I've loved working with all these business owners. We include them inside this little plastic carrier with a lanyard that also matches the fan and the artwork. And now we're thinking about shifting gears to start including the new side quest cards that have kind of been taking over our scene and community. Basically ran out of time, but that's everything included in a kit. I do want to just mention our essential kits as well too. We do sell these as well separately. Includes a cooling towel, flashlight, and all of the various different things included in this, perfectly all bundled up, ready to go through security for your next festival. This is like an essential for camping festivals, I would say, but for a rave, half these items are not necessary. We partner with Dance Safe to be able to offer harm reduction resources to be added on to any order as well too.